Coke TV Sports presents CoogsTake.
Hey Cougs, welcome back to another episode of CoogsTake. I'm your host, Jala Mason, joined by DJ Waller and Toni Omiwade. So to kick things off, Drew Brees just announced that after 20 seasons in the NFL, he's going to be retiring. So Toni, what are your thoughts about that?
I think it was probably about time. He's 42. Like you said, 20 seasons. Has a lot of the top stats as a quarterback in the NFL. I would have personally wanted him to get that second Super Bowl chip. Just to really solidify his name in there, because there's still a debate with him. Is he top 10? Is he top 20? All that debate is going on. So I personally would have wanted him to get that last chip. So and also with everything that happened in the past 3 seasons, with the robbing of when the Rams got robbed, or when he got robbed against the Rams, and also the miracle that happened in Minnesota, everything. So I would have wanted him to get that chip, but it was getting very difficult, especially now with Brady in the same division that he is now. So it would be very, very difficult. I mean, Mahomes and the other division, other conference too, it would be very difficult for him to win another chip. So yeah, it was probably about time.
All right. DJ, what about you?
I most definitely agree. Just over the past couple of seasons, things just happened that didn't go his or the Saints' way. But, he ended off a really great career. He has multiple seasons with 5,000 yards passing. He's all-time leader in passing yards. And he's a Super Bowl champion. So, by all right, he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. It sucks to see him go. But, hey, as a Texas fan, I'm glad to see him leave.
Yeah, I agree with you guys, and I'm excited to see what he does as an analyst now off the field too. So, staying in the NFL with all of the moves and signings that have been happening, what do you think is the biggest signing that has come out of free agency so far? DJ, we'll start with you.
To be honest, I don't think there's one signing that's notable. I think there are a few, considering that the Patriots been signing most of the free agents. So I think players like Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry are both notable. But then you got also the Chiefs solidifying their offensive line with the signing of Joe Toni. Is that how Toni or Toni? And Trent Williams, an offensive lineman who used to play for the Redskins, is now with the 49ers. And they gave him a big bag with 6 years, up to $138 million. So that's something to note as well. But yeah, I think there are a lot of players that still need to be signed. Like there are notable receivers that haven't been signed yet. So it's still up in the air at this time.
All right. So Toni, what do you think?
I would say Tyrod Taylor. Now I'm saying. Anyway, honestly, this one was very tough for me when I was preparing for this. It was very tough. Like DJ said, there's so many, free signings that happen, and they're all and so many good ones too. So I debated between Shaq Barrett re-signing with the Bucks. I debated between that and Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. I ended up going with Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith just because, man, boy, they struggled last year, passing, and they're trying. You can see what they're doing, they're running it back with what they did with Gronk and Aaron Hernandez, and so honestly, I love what they're doing. Even what they're doing defensively also. Signing Matt Judon, that's a big pickup for me because it also weakens the Baltimore Ravens, So, that's a very, very good pickup. And also add him with Dante Hightower, man, and in that defense. And so, yeah, I definitely have to agree with BJ with that one, Hunter Henry and John Smith, because they really needed some help, especially with Cam. Cam, with all the injuries happening with his shoulder, he can't really throw that deep ball as well as he used to. So, little check down passes here and there to Hunter Henry, to John Smith is going to be very, very good offense for them. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing the Patriots. And also, that debate between, is it Brady, is it Belichick? I like what Belichick is doing. I really like what he's doing this offseason. He's not taking any chances. He's going for it. So I like it.
I would like to add to that. I think that debate, if it's Brady or Tom Brady, is already settled. Tom Brady already won the ring without Bill Belichick. So that's all said and done.
Oh no, man! That team was stacked. That Bucs team was stacked. So I don't know. I'm still. We'll see. We still got a little bit of time. We'll see.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see how this plays out. Okay, so we're going to switch gears from football and we're going to talk about the NBA. So obviously we always have our preseason picks for who we think is going to dominate over the season. But now that we're in the middle of the season, who's kind of been that team that kind of snuck in there and is surprising everyone? So we'll start with Toni.
This one I went with the Brooklyn Nets of all teams. And here's why. It's because usually when super teams are formed, right? It's like, oh, it's over. Like when Golden State got Durant, it was like, oh, it's over. There's no chance. And then when also, even when the Heat were formed, they were like, we're gonna win not one, not two, not three, not four. So like when super teams are formed, usually there's like this kind of agreement in the league that it's over. But when this super team was formed, everybody doubted it. And everybody was like, how are they gonna play defense? This is not gonna work out. Kyrie's too many egos in there going on. Kyrie is gonna take a hiatus and not come to the league, or he's just gonna disappear just because he wants to. But they've been dominating, y'all. It's crazy how dominant they've been. I believe they're on a 6-7 game win streak, beating teams like the Bucks, the Sixers. And this is all without KD. Imagine if you were to imagine of those three, right, of Harden, KD, and Kyrie, right, those three, you would think KD was the one that held them all together. But they've been doing all this without KD. So it's crazy how good they've been. Everybody's been saying how bad they're going to be defensively, and they've not been great. They're 25th ranked defensively, but they've not been doing as badly as people said they've been doing. So, and then especially now that Anthony Davis is hurt, it's looking like they're the favorite for the chip, and so yeah, I had to go with the Brooklyn Nets on that one, just because where everybody had them starting out, like where everybody said how much everybody doubted them, and where they've like performed. I don't think anybody expected them to be this good this quick, So yeah.
All right, so DJ, what's your take?
I do like that Brooklyn Nets take, but my team is the Phoenix Suns. Now, I know that they've added Chris Paul and everything, but you didn't expect for them to be top 2 in the West. Now, with the addition of Chris Paul, they got better, most definitely, but I think at their ceiling, they would have been 5th or maybe even 4th, but definitely not top 3. So that's definitely a surprise for me. I know Devin Booker is an all-star, even though he didn't play in the all-star game this year. He's still an all-star. And, they are definitely overachieving. And I think it'll be interesting what they do in the playoffs. Their head coach, Monty Williams, got a really good thing going on, and I hope they make a good run.
All right, awesome. It'll be fun to see. Well, that's all we have for today's episode for CoogsTake. DJ Toni and I would like to thank you guys for joining and tuning in. Again, I'm your host, Jala Mason, and we'll see you next time.